Right.
Hey, what's up, Carl?
Sorry about the mishap, man. This technology gets to me sometimes.
Yeah, no worries. I'm sure. I think you probably saw the one I did with DNR Auto. It took like an hour and a half for me to figure it out.
Yeah. Hey, where y'all based out of?
So right now, we're out of Hawaii.
Okay, that's a
Yeah, but I'm actually traveling, so I'm on the East Coast right now. I'm in North Carolina.
cool.
Yeah, which is why you can see the hotel set up back there. But yeah, normally we do day-to-day business out of Hawaii.
Okay, I thought that when I seen the website there.
Hmm.
And if you don't care, can you tell the watchers, the viewers, a little bit about what y'all got going on?
Yeah, sure. So me and my wife started Snake Eater Performance. I think we had our first sale back in last April or May, and it was right around the time we were living in Colorado at the time. I'm still in the military. I'm active duty. I'm in the Army, um, and so we just started that. She has her own business as well. And she's very business minded, very smart about that kind of stuff. So she helped me out, get me started, and really I was just looking to start. Like I was kind of upset with like how crazy prices have gotten with like speed parts these days because I have a 62 Nova, and that was my first like full almost restoration, but it's got a roll cage and a tub, and so it's not a resto, but I mean it's an old car, and it was nothing when I got it, and now it's like pretty close to something. And I was just so upset because like half messed up that good, and it was expensive. So I was like, man, I could figure out a way to get these parts because I mean just about everything is like made in China now, with all the speed parts and everything. There's some that are made in America, but it's very few and far between, and it's almost like when they moved all their production out of America, they never changed the prices to reflect the fact that now they're getting it made for like a quarter of the cost. So I was like, man, that doesn't feel right. And so I just kind of started up that little business. I've got a few things. I'm looking to add more products all the time. Um, but yeah, that's really just the basis of it. Everything's lifetime warranty. Everything's 1 year, no questions asked. Just return it, get all your money back.
Good deal, man. Good deal, and appreciate your service.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks, man. It's my pleasure.
yeah. I've been well. I come to know the Snake Eater Performance, of course, is through Matt
Hmm.
on, and I said, well, I'm gonna check these guys out. But at one time, it's like I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and give me some injectors, and every time I went to, they were on back order. I said, man, they were selling
Yeah.
hotcakes.
Yeah. Like, if there was one time, like when we first got started, um, I I was selling the 1500s, and
Right.
they were the only ones that anybody had done any like reviews on. At least that went on the internet, and that was because Matt did them. So nobody would buy anything else but those. But they were selling so fast that I had to like just tell people like look, I don't have your injectors right now, but you can pay and put yourself in line and get them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people like were like jumping at the like bit just to do that, and I was like, it blew me away. I was like, man, I like hated to do it, but I actually had to raise my prices at one point because I couldn't order any more stock because I'd be able to order like maybe a few more injectors than I did last time because the profit was so small. So I was like, I like made a post and I like apologized. I was like, hey, sorry, I gotta boost it a little bit, but like right now we're like 3 months back ordered. Like, dude, that's like, there's no point. I was like, I gotta do it. So, but now we're not back ordered, and we're still most definitely the cheapest,
Yes.
matched and tested, flowed, matched and tested, and definitely the cheapest lifetime warranty injector out there.
Right. 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 And again, man, I see that you have some throttle bodies,
Yeah.
throttle bodies.
Yeah, that's so we got three different kind of variations of the injectors. We got the LS3 LSA length one, but it has the LS3 O-rings on it, and then we have the Deca, and then we have the LS1 type, and then we have drive-by-wire in 92 and 102, black and polished. Those are billet. The 102 millimeter is billet. The 92 is cast, and then so the 102 is a lot like the Nick Williams. It runs for like $660, and we've got customers running that thing like 22 psi, no problem at all.
All right.
So I mean, it works out. You know, it's got a good, solid, strong motor in it. And then we do drive-by cable throttle bodies, which they're not really anything too crazy. They're kind of everywhere. The only thing we do different there is the little valve that comes off for the pressure control that you run right back. Normally on a naturally aspirated, you'd run that right back to your valve cover.
Yes.
We leave that unpressed in from the factory, so you can pull it. And what I like to do is drill it and tap it, and either put a set screw or a pipe plug in it, so that you don't have that like little piece of rubber hose with a bolt and a zip tie. You know,
I've been there.
yeah, I'm still running it on my own, but then I came up with the idea, but I'm just too lazy to take it off. You know, but yeah, so that's really the only thing with that one that's kind of like special. But the drive-by-wire is special because it's a third of the cost of any other drive. It's $270, and I think the Nick Williams is like $660. So it's well under half, a little more than a third of the price. They're both billet, and they're both 6-pin, and they'll both hold 18 to 20 psi, no problem.
That's cool, man. That's cool. The as far as your drive-by-wire go, is that most of your like Gen 4 setup, or you got the Gen 3 plus the Gen 4? I mean,
So
8 and 6 wires. What I'm asking.
No, so we only run the 6-wire
Okay.
right now, and only the 4-bolt pattern, which the Gen 3 has the 3-bolt. Somebody brought it up to me a while ago, and it's like something I kicked around with my manufacturers, trying to do a 4-bolt pattern with the 8-plug and the electronics for the Gen 3, but the electronics for the Gen 3 are just totally different in size and shape. So it's like a really big process to try to figure that thing out.
Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's a guy there asking, do you have Dustin? What was you asking if you had in stock? The injectors or throttle bodies? Sound like he has all the things in stock.
Yeah, they're all in stock right now. I just got a couple really big shipments of the Venom line injectors, the 160-pound, 210 and 250-pound. Those are definitely in stock. And then actually just got a shipment of all the Deca bodies and all the ones that are rated in CC, the 1500, 1000, and 850. Those are all in stock. All the throttle bodies are in stock except for we don't have silver 92 millimeter drive-by wire, I think, something like that. And that's just because the factory just that I had make it kind of like screwed the order up and sent me double the amount of black. Gotcha. And it's like once the powder coat is on, you know, it's on. So it's like, excuse me. So I told them like, yeah, just don't worry about it. Just send it to me. So they're working on getting another one back, another order out to me. But yeah, other than that, I think we got everything. We just got a bunch of new shirts in too.
Yes, I like the logo. I like the logo.
I am a big fan of that too. I spent a little bit of money and actually had somebody I enjoyed's artwork do it, and I couldn't be happier with it. You know.
Good. And it's eye catching and gets your attention. It's like, hey, yeah, check this out. You know.
Yeah, thanks. I'll get to.
Yeah. But again, man, I appreciate your time. As far as the injectors themselves, I'm going ahead that route because I'm trying to build a track car myself, and then as well as others that are watching the video or watching this live feed right now are considering the same thing, you know, and it's you giving them some insight on which direction to go, you know, it really helps.
Yeah, I mean, I always tell people I think customer service is probably my favorite part of the whole thing, and so far, like, I mean, I have a few people that are kind of rude every now and then, but like for the most part, even those people, like if you just talk to them, you know, they'll come around. So if they ever have any kind of question, anybody watching, or they just want to like, you know, kind of BS about injectors or anything like that, if they have a question, they can always email me. I mean, I try to get back within a few hours, but I work in some buildings that don't have cell service or anything like that, and sometimes no internet. So it might be a few hours, but I'll always get back to you the same day.
Yeah, you did what you did that. You definitely did
Yeah,
that and stayed in touch. So I appreciate that. And I
yeah.
really, really do.
I try not to slack on that. That's a thing that the car industry I think really lacks on is like decent customer service. A lot of people just, I mean, they won't even throw a comma or a period in. You know, they just kind of even say hi to you at the beginning of the email or say goodbye. It's just like, you know, they just throw it at you real quick and then hit send, and you're like, oh, okay. It's like so. I like to have that connection with people, and so that's like I said, that's my favorite part. I don't mind talking to people about product.
Are you seeing the comments there?
I think I see him real quick. I see Dustin Butler asked if I have any in stock.
Yeah, yeah, you answered that one, but he's about the about a website.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So the website is snakeeaterperformance.com. If they go to my Facebook, it's Snake Eater Performance. You can just, if you Google it, it'll usually show up, or some jazz music shows up. Apparently, that's a jazz thing. I don't know. But if you just Google Snake Eater Performance Injectors, it'll definitely show up. And you guys can, if you don't have Instagram, my Instagram is linked on there. So, like, you can see all the photos. I'm a lot more active on Instagram because it's a little more user friendly than Facebook is. Like, I'm still trying to figure out Facebook. It's a little more complicated, but I think you get a little more out of it when you finally do, you know.
Yeah,
But as far as like conversations and community and everything, but Instagram's really nice because it's super quick and easy. You can
yeah,
just throw photos out and some
right.
videos and
Yes.
so yeah, if you don't have Instagram, you can just go through my site and all the videos and stuff are linked on there. All the technical data and tunes and stuff like that so I give a lot of injectors out to like tuners, and then I have them build tunes for E85 with 1500 or pump gas 93 octane with 1000 cc and like P38 ECUs and like all the kind of like really like standard setups that like a lot of the 5.3 and 4.8 LS swaps, the most common versions of them. And so there's bass tunes all on the website that are just designed to get the car started, running, and driving safe. But like you'll need like probably a little bit of tweaking, like no matter unless you live in the same neighborhood as a guy and have the exact same setup, you'll need a little tweak. But they're all nice, safe tunes to get your car started and running on. You're not gonna do anything crazy if you throw those in there and work it out.
I, I wasn't aware of that. That's good. I like that. I like that. I wasn't aware of that at all.
Yeah, so that's how we kind of offset the fact that a lot of bigger companies have injector data, like stock data, they call it,
Yeah.
and the machinery that's required to do that is like massive and so expensive, and that's why they'll charge you like $1,100 for their injectors, and we'll charge you like $350 to $500. If you go for like a big name brand with a lifetime warranty and that data for a 1500 cc injector, you could spend $1,100 to $1,300. You're going to spend $350 with us, and that's pretty much how we save the cost. Is we don't buy the big machinery. We buy the we operate with benchtop machinery for testing and flowing, and then we just have the tuners do all the base data and all that stuff.
And I like that. I really do. That definitely would help some people out. As far as having everything, but like now, what do I do? That
Yeah,
will help them out. It's always feel good feeling whenever you worked on it so long and you hit the key and it fires up.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Definitely
That's
that.
it.
And I'll follow you on Instagram. It's got some
Oh,
nice
okay.
videos on there. Nice videos.
Yeah,
Definitely will
they're
wear the
finally starting
streets
to come
out.
out. Yeah. Yeah,
Definitely.
there's a few people that run Snake Eater that have some pretty impressive cars. Like Matt is the most well-known one, but there's a guy named Hunter who runs a YouTube called Hunter Tuned.
Yes.
And he has a Honda that's in the 10s on Snake Eaters. He has a little Fox body Mustang that's in the 9s on Snake Eater. There's a guy who has like a just fully decked out, like 2014, I think, Camaro ZL1 running a Snake Eater throttle body, making like 900 horsepower out of it. There's one guy that's eviction notice. He's got a Camaro that's making like he's a grudge racer, so he just says 1300 plus.
Right.
But he's running race gas and 210, so, and it's a pretty big turbo. So
Good deal.
I mean, yeah, it's a fast car.
Hey, I appreciate you coming on here and giving us the rundown and then having the proof to back it up. That's nice. As far as
Yeah.
I imagine we can go on some of these guys' Instagrams and check them out.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody that runs my stuff, Cesar Enriquez does a tuning lab Instagram. If you guys are interested, he makes like 1,000 horsepower with 1500s all day. And he's got probably 7 or 8 videos on tuning lab if you want to see on YouTube. Yeah, I think those are the main guys: Caesar, Hunter, and Matt.
What about yourself? Do you have a YouTube channel or anything?
I do have the YouTube channel, but I really don't update it much. What I do is I just go through and kind of like some of the photos and pull them over to a playlist. So if you do look up Snake Eater Performance on YouTube and add them, you can look through my playlists and you'll see pretty much, I'll go through, and anybody that's lets me know, hey, I put a YouTube video up, I'll pull it to my page. But I really don't utilize the YouTube like myself personally for making videos. Yeah, I'm mainly an Instagram person.
Well, hopefully soon that those that are watching here can be able to send you a message and say, hey, I got some of your parts in here. I just sent you a video.
Yeah.
That'd be nice, But I ain't going to hold you up any more time. Anybody on here got any more questions for him? Like I said, I appreciate your service and I appreciate you coming on here and talking to us.
Yeah, it was my pleasure to be here, and it's my pleasure to serve. I mean, it's the best job I've ever had.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
If you guys ever have any questions, just hit me up on Facebook or whatever, all right?
I believe they will. And me and you, I'll be getting in touch with you either way. Yeah. I'm liking the apparel, so I definitely need to get a shirt.
Let me know, man. I'll send you one.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. You have a good night.
Uh-huh.